This is called Healed by Faith by Lisa Marie Drake. There is a song by Jeremy Camp called Be Still. It is such a lovely description of what I hope to share with you today. So if all my words become a blur, please listen to this song, take in its words, and enjoy my journey of faith that I hope can be yours too. 6.5 years ago, pretty much everything about my core being changed, except my salvation in Jesus Christ. On our tiny local ski hill, one wrong turn, no helmet, and my own lack of good vision found me in the ER with a subdural hematoma, otherwise known as concussion or TBI or traumatic brain injury. If it weren't for that gift of salvation, being the rock in which I stand on and the fortress which shelters me from every storm, this story may have been very faithless and much shorter. But I stand before the Lord today and proclaim this journey as a continuous walk of faith. Many of you knew me before I survived this concussion. Many of you knew me as a very different person pre-February 2011, and I did too. This injury has taken me on a 180-degree turn in my life as I knew it 44 years prior. At first, and often still, I don't really know how to act as the new me. In fact, I am constantly, naturally reverting to the person I was before. But God has had other plans. The most prevalent thread I have noticed along this journey is His call to be still and know that He is God. Psalm 46:10 arrived in my life shortly after the accident. Since then, it has been proven to me over and over again just how faithful God is. This stillness stared me in the face as I walked into this injury, a very typical woman of our era. The old me wanted to excel at my career and possibly invent the next best reading intervention to save kids from illiteracy. As an elder at large, I wanted to help our church be the best in any area I was called to. I wanted to be a mom that didn't have to go through the terrible twos or the terror of the teen years because she had prayed all the way through it or figured it all out. I wanted to be the wife who didn't grow old, who weathered or didn't have injuries or was never broken down with sadness. I wanted to be the adult daughter who never needed her parents, but they instead would need me. The new me hasn't invented anything, has served our church just like the rest of you, has been a mom who already has scars from both the twos and the teen years, and we are only at ages 19 and 15. The new me has been the wife who needs her husband more than he needs her, has more often lost her beauty, and has aged twice as fast as normal, which is a typical TBI symptom. And I have been the adult daughter who has needed her parents more than ever before. As many of you are my caring friends and family, have watched this enormous transition in my life, you have often said to me, and in all kindness, I am praying for your healing. We trust in the Lord's healing for you. I still believe that you can be healed from this crazy concussion. Since about year 2 into this injury, I began to think, what if I am healed, but I just don't recognize it? What if His answer to what healing looks like is very different than mine? What if I'm healed and instead of waiting for the blessing, I am missing it? So what if all your prayers, and mine too, are answered? Now please know that I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Healer. I believe in your prayers. I believe in my prayers to be very powerful. And He can do the impossible. But what if, just what if, my current condition is a healing from my old condition, the regular old me? What if the Lord could see all and know all? Because He can. And He could see that my way of life as an injured, concussed brain person, disabled employee, a more sedentary wife, a calmer mom, a quieter daughter, a backseat volunteer, were all a better option for His glory than the old, pre-concussion, uninjured me. What if one day when I'm in heaven, God sits me down and He says, "Hey Lisa, your traumatic brain injury was a gift. I tried to help you see the blessings that could surround it, yet you spent so much time trying to get rid of it that you missed my blessings right within it. This is the day that the Lord has made, this day, Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Doesn't the psalm say that he made today? No matter what it looks like, he made it. He even made it with me and you in mind. And he made it so we could be content in it. So before the sun rose on this very day, he knew about this injury and all the struggles that would come with it. And me, as a sinner in this world who is saved by grace alone, he knew that if I were to just keep my eyes on him and lean not on my own understanding, he would make my path straight. And then this day, today, 6 years post-concussion today, would get the okay stamp of approval from God for me for today. Wow. When I realized this, it was just a light bulb, beautiful moment for me. And I thought, if I wallow in my condition and suffer all its losses, I just might miss his gift for me today. 1 Corinthians 7:17 is constantly reminding me, only let each person lead the life that the Lord has assigned to him and to which God has called him. What if, just what if, he has called the new me, brain injury to boot, and no longer called me, the new me, brain injury to boot, to no longer do the things that for 44 years before the injury were really me? What if he doesn't want me to be ambitious about teaching kids and their teachers how to grow in literacy skills? What if he doesn't want me to attend my daughter's volleyball games, maybe because he is opening up a door for my husband to be the primary attendee and grow their relationship? What if God prefers our family's lifestyle working around my husband's career rather than mine? And that's why the doctors forced me to quit my job. What if he wants me to need my aging parents rather than them needing me as I would prefer? What if he wants me to have time to invest in friendships that had been going unnourished? What if he wants me to be home and be present for my family rather than working 50+ hours a week or giving and volunteering elsewhere? Now, as I list this out, you, just like me, might be thinking, but in the world's eyes, those all seem like fairly positive things. In fact, all those ways are ways I want to be, and I worked hard to be, and I felt blessed to be. Maybe this new me is a new season in life, though, and the time for that old me is not what God needs right now from me. It doesn't mean that those things were horrible or that they were strictly self-gratifying. Many of the old me ways did glorify him. But what if the Lord saw, planned, created a new way for me to live? Hey, I'm in my mid-40s, or I was. Most people go through some sort of midlife crisis, so maybe this is the Lord's plan for my next career. Being a new me, trying to live life 180 degrees opposite the direction from the old me. Now, just because I have great hope in how the Lord is healing me, that doesn't mean that tomorrow won't find me in bed with nausea, sadness, super sadness, and the walls spinning. By no means have I escaped an injury that prevents me from being overwhelmed by echoing noises, multiple conversations, lights and lights and lights, or repetitive motions, hiding behind sunglasses. Often you'll see me in my hat to hide behind the light, and earplugs to help with the conversations and the noise. Or maybe you just won't see me because I'll be practicing my plain old avoidance therapy by staying home. Neither does this hope in healing mean that my life is my own and that I can attend a work gathering with my husband or be at a wedding by his side. Nor does it mean that I will like it when my daughter comes home upset, needing to talk, and I am doing everything I can to compassionately listen to her, all the while my brain is in ping-pong mode. Nor does it mean I will be able to be there for a friend or my parents as they attend a funeral of a lost loved one. And this hope in his answer to my healing doesn't even mean that I will be grateful for his answer all the time. However, I do have faith that God knows the plans he has for me. Plans for welfare, plans for not for evil, to give me a future and a hope. I have faith that He has created me and allowed me to be in this traumatic brain injury condition in hopes of glorifying Him. One of my favorite verses comes from Philippians 4, where Paul reminds us, "Do not be anxious about today. Rather, with prayer and supplication and with thanksgiving, let Him know my requests." I firmly believe that this verse is reminding me to pour out my heart to Him, not wondering if He will heal my brain injury, rather praying in faith that, in fact, so much faith that I can already start giving Him thanks to healing my brain. Thanks for healing my brain before I can even comprehend His answer. So learning to be still and know that He is God helps me so much to move forward in faith. Faith that I'm healed just the way He wants me to be healed for now. Because He says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness."